sit in my bed and just talk. And I really think it's working so far. I'm very sort of happy with how it's all gone. Like with this like new sort of more lo-fi style. Well, not new, but like you know what I'm talking about, like new sort of direction that I've gone in the past couple of videos, but I'm really happy about it. It's also very relaxing. Like, you can think of a nighttime routine in a lot of different ways, but one of the best ways to spend it is repeating words over and over and over again, because it really gets the mind like nope, empty. You will also notice that I am intensely tired as this video goes on. I actually took a melatonin tonight because we just recently had a time change, and oh my god, I cannot tell you the mind games that the time change plays with me. I just like it, and it never used to, but it infects every single part of my day. It's so weird. Like, I will look at a clock and I'll be like, it's 2, and then all of a sudden, just kidding, bitch, it's 3. And I mean, in some ways that's nice because it feels like work is over quicker, but then bedtime comes quicker and all that. It truly is odd. We had the one where like a couple Saturdays ago, when it was midnight, it was actually 1 a.m. Like, you know, so 1 hour ahead or whatever, and it just I like you could not pay me to want to keep daylight savings time. Fallback is not worth whatever the hell this is. And honestly, last year, fallback, like, it got to me too. Like, it felt like it should be 5, but no, it's 4. And oh my god, I don't know. So, I am kind of in crisis mode, trying to reset my sleep clock, because I'm not into this. Like, I have to remember, it's actually, like, so right now, it's actually 9, it's actually 8, in the way that my body remembers it, and I don't know if this is a function of getting older, or if I'm just, I don't know, it likely is, because I never used to experience this, but it's bizarre. I hate it. Like, I don't know. I've been feeling very off kilter these past couple of weeks. I've been leaving things to the last minute again, and this also comes into like the ADHD medication stuff, which like I should probably phone my doctor. But you know, I'll do that next weekend. If you know, you know. It's just like, you know, I don't want to make this depressing. Well, no, okay, it's not, because it's my experience, and my experience is valid. And it should be something that we talk about more as sort of a society. But like, sometimes it can feel like you are in a struggle with yourself, because you're like, yeah, I need this, and I need to get this done, and I want to do that, and all that, but like, you are in this conflict with the patterns of your mind, and it's very hard to break those patterns of your mind. And the worst part is that I what those patterns are. Like, I am fully aware of, like, when I say I should phone the doctor, I should just phone the doctor. I should just get the phone out, dial them up, and get it done. That would be a very proactive thing to do, and that is genuinely, that kind of attitude towards things works for me in terms of coping strategy, but like, I don't know, it's constantly a journey of self sort of regulating, I guess is a good word for it. I was gonna say the word policing, but I don't like the context of that. But yeah, I don't know. I just, like, between the time change and between whatever's going on in my brain, things have just kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. And like, I'm super proud of what I got done in that video that I filmed on Friday when we were, like, cleaning my room together. That was genuinely something that I'm quite proud of. I used a coping strategy to accomplish something, which I'm very grateful for, and it led to, in my sort of goalposts, a very productive weekend. Like, the Saturday was very productive. The Sunday was also very productive. I built a full shelf on Sunday. I took the cardboard to the recycling center, and I got prepared for work the next week. And that was like, well, that was yesterday. And we also did something with my family, which was like, I was very happy about how Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday went. But I mean, I take those wins, and I take the smaller losses, like, of like not phoning the doctor or whatever, like, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I think that's just maybe interesting insight, and maybe I'm doing, like, metacognitive behavioral therapy on myself right now, which is very like me. But you know, that's just the way that my mind works. I know I say that a lot on this channel, but truthfully, it sometimes helps to talk it out, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you for being here with me for that. That was awesome. I think I needed to voice that. And I also think I needed to voice the fact that I'm not, that I shouldn't be afraid is the wrong word, but I shouldn't hold back on here, because this is, I'm never going to do you all the disservice of obscuring things from you, unless it's to do with work, but we all know that. But anyway, like, I'm not ever going to, like, take away a part of myself from this sort of space in order to, like, portray a false image, you know? Because like I said, that's doing you all a disservice. So anyway, it's Trigger Word Tuesday. Everybody celebrate. Channel members, if you're still with me, the member post is going to be up. It's probably actually going up tonight on Monday, the 17th. I apologize for being late with it. But just with the way that getting sick at the last week of February worked out, I just needed an extra couple of weeks. Oh dear. busy. I didn't dry it properly after I showered after work today. I just didn't have the motivation to, so it'll be a little bit wild, and that's totally alright. The hell was that? Like, I swear to God, sometimes it's probably just the house, like, settling, because it's getting warmer here. Oh, I'm tired. Anyway, I'm happy to be here. I think I needed this. Like, it's so funny when I start to film. Like, there are a couple of worries that just melt. And I can just close my eyes and repeat words at a bunch of people who are, like, positive in the extreme, which just makes my heart smile. So this is a good place. This is a safe place. Maybe we are in the bad place. Hopefully that's not a spoiler for anybody. But I guess that was a spoiler for the first, is it the first season? Or the second season? Damn, I can't remember. Anyway, so this is the themed trigger word Tuesday. We are doing a classic word list split down the middle. So half the words-ish that were suggested are being repeated this week, and then the next half are being repeated next week. I think the only people that have been left out of this word list this week, let me just check, because I know I had, like, I didn't have a list, but I had, ones that I knew, newest, yes, so, Barbie Hannibal, and Barbie Hannibal, and then, you know what, Barbie Hannibal, I think, damn, yeah, you're the only one who is not, I'm sorry, you're the only one who's not on this word list, but you are first next week, I promise. It's just, I sort usually by the oldest comment all the way up to the newest, and yours was the newest, and it was a single one, and it would have taken too many words away from next week, so you are going to be the head of the parade next week, but this week, it's the words that have been, like I requested, words that can be pronounced in multiple different ways. I've been able to find most different pronunciations of these words. In some cases, I wasn't sure, so I might be guessing in some cases, but normally I'm not. So these ones are just like dialectical difference, trigger words, and then I'll have to see if I'm feeling another theme after we're done this one. But anyway, we are going to get started. Oh, also, a lot of you were on the same wavelength this week, so I am just going to let you know if multiple people have suggested multiple different words. So, like I said, I'll make sure to keep you updated on that front. But our first suggester is Chels, who features a lot on this list, in different capacities. Oh, new word suggesters. We have Saucy, Saucyel, and then there was someone else, wasn't there? Oh, Michelle underscore MV5OU. Oh, and also L. Williams. So, those are my new suggesters as for this week. So, first up, we've got Chelsea suggesting the word. Okay, I'm always going to say the way that I say it first. silicon, 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 silicon. But then there's also silicone, and then there's silicon. And now, I don't know if silicon, silicon, is the same thing as silicone. So, silicon, 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 silicone, silicone, silicone. I'm not quite sure what the sort of gist of all that is, but we're gonna say all different three ways. That way I'm covering my bases. Silicon, 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 silicon. Silicon, 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 silicon. Excuse me. Silicon, 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 silicon. My nose really flares when I yawn. Silicon, 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 silicone. 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 Now, I think this is me completely not knowing. I think silicone is the, like, plasticky stuff. You know what? I have a laptop right in front of me that I'm filming on, so let's look it up. Silicone, 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 S-I-L-I-C-O-N-E, silicone. Let's look up silicone first. Silicone, typically colorless oils or rubber-like substances. Yeah, so it's like this plasticky kind of thing. Silicone, 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 silicone. I'm gonna erase the E and let's see what I get. Silicone, 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 S-I-L-I-C-O-N is a chemical element, so I do remember that. Chemical element. Silicone, 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 silicone. Let's see, does Encyclopedia Britannica have a pronunciation of this? Silicone, 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 Actually, this was a Jeopardy clue. Now that I think about it, a couple weeks ago, it is the second most abundant element on planet Earth after oxygen and before aluminum. And then the next up is iron, then calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, and other metals. Interesting. But I do remember that about silicone. Silicone, silicone, silicone being a Jeopardy clue. Silicone, 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 silicone. Starting to yawn. Next one is another one that I think I flip-flop between the two pronunciations of, but mostly I would say the Caribbean. Normally I would say the Caribbean. Caribbean is the A-R-I-B-B-E-A-N. The Caribbean, or the Caribbean. But I think, honestly, like I said, I flip-flop between the two pronunciations, Caribbean or Caribbean. But I think I say Caribbean more than I say Caribbean. Caribbean, 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 was watching that I really need to rediscover because I forgot to subscribe to them. But they were a very small channel, and they actually yawned a couple of times in their video, and oh my god, that just like knocked me right out. So this is me trying that. Caribbean. Normally I edit out all of my yawns, but you know what? This is real. Oh, keep it real, girl. Keep it real. My name's Shangela. Keep it real. Raja in that untucked scene. I love that. Caribbean. but I actually have a family member who says almond rather than almond. Almond, almond, almond versus almond. Almond, almond, or in French, amande. Amande, which usually is what I say when I think about it, like amande, rather than almond or almond. Almond, 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 almond. It's just like this slight difference. Almond versus almond. Like there's just a little, like touching of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, which makes it so just like ever so slightly different from almond, almond, almond versus almond, 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 almond. Also, tell me which ones that you say down in the comments below. Engagement farming, call in, act now. We're standing by. And the next word is another nut suggested by Lunamoth, Ozra, and Skylar McCormick, and that is pecan, pecan, pecan. I say pecan, 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 pecan. Now, I think there are also some who say pecan, 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 but I say pecan, 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 salad material. Maybe one day I will be. But right now, I'm just in pecan salad territory. Pecan salad, pecan salad. Is that what a Cobb salad is made of? Like, is it made of pecans? Is that one of the ingredients in a Cobb salad? I think so. Pecan, 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 pecans, pecans in a Cobb salad. Pecans in a Cobb salad. Now, I mentioned that Skylar McCormick also suggested pecan, 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 pecan. Oh my god, like I said, I'm losing the plot. Pecan, pecan, pecan. There we go. I'm back. Now that we have repeated pecan, 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 Skylar McCormick has also suggested more words, and one of those words is, okay, pajamas, 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 spelled with a P-Y, P-Y-J-A-M-A-S, not a P-A-P-Y-J-A-M-A-S, pajamas, pajamas, pajamas. I am in my pajamas right now. Pajamas, 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 and I know some people say pajamas, pajamas, pajamas. Have you put on your pajamas yet? And I find this very fancy, and it's probably also another manifestation of the lava and pasta argument, or sorry, pasta, I say pasta and lava. Some people say lava and pasta. It's hard to say. So I feel like pajamas and pajamas, pajamas and pajamas, pajamas and pajamas are kind of in that same boat. Do you remember that show, Bananas and espresso. Now, I understand what both of you are getting at, because there are some people out there who say espresso. Espresso. There, I said it twice. I'm never saying it again. I'm just kidding. I don't. Well, okay, if you watch this channel, you get a pass on it. But it's espresso. Espresso, espresso, espresso. If I hear you adding an ECKS to it at the beginning, I will personally come through the camera and, I don't know, tell you that that is not right. Well, actually, that is not correct, because according to espresso, nice. Think about me. I know. Me, espresso. No. Nice. Think about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. Oh my god. I'm thinking of the Domingo lyrics. Now he's with a hot guy, probably straight, and it says his name's Domingo. Espresso, oh my god. Espresso. But we did hook up though. Michelle MV5OU also suggested the word carrots, like the root vegetable. And I'm wondering, are you getting at, and this is not me trying to be willfully dumb, I'm sorry, but are you also like talking like I guess like the New York or like Boston, I don't know what the accent is, but like carrots or carrots or carrots, I guess that's more New York or something like that. Carrots. Are you gonna chop up some carrots? Carrots or carrots or carrots. It's kind of hard to say. Now that I think about it, like carrots. I'm gonna cut up some carrots versus carrots versus carrots. The only other way that I could think of it is like carrots, but no, nobody says that. I can't imagine carrots. I think is the more accurate one. Carrots. Like it's more said like the carrot of a diamond or something like that. Carrots. I need to mark off which ones I've Obviously, a tomato can also be called a tomato, 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 potato, potato. Tomato, 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 tomato. Tomato, 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 potato, potato, tomato, tomato, potato, potato, tomato, tomato, potato, potato, tomato, oh my god, potato, tomato, 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 potato, 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 nope, tomato, potato, suggestion, so I'll get that one. I'll do that one, do that one, do that one, do that one. I'll get that one all nice and repeated, and this one is syrup, 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 syrup. Like maple syrup, syrup, syrup. Sometimes I will say syrup, sometimes I will say syrup. Syrup or syrup, syrup or syrup. Very different, but very the same. The one thing I cannot stand is people who say syrup. Oh, syrup. No. If you are, again, this is the espresso thing. If you watch my channel, you owe me a subscribe if you say espresso the wrong way, or if you say syrup. Ugh. My mom says this, and it drives me absolutely up the wall. It's syrup or syrup, syrup or syrup, syrup or syrup, syrup or syrup. There is a Y in there. It is not S-U-R-P, syrup. Syrup, syrup, syrup. If you say syrup, I don't hate you, I promise. I just want to question some of the decisions that we're making. Syrup, 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 maple, 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 maple, maple syrup, maple syrup, maple syrup, maple, maple syrup, 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 syrup or 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 syrup, whichever one, just as long as you don't use syrup. Again, I'm kidding, mama. Syrup or syrup, syrup or syrup, syrup or syrup, 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 syrup. Alright, we are going to carry on with Darlin's words in the next clip. So, like usual, I'll see you in a couple seconds. Alright, next up, like I said, is from Starlin, who also suggested the word data or data. But Starlin has also suggested the word caramel, 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 or caramel. I think that's what some people pronounce it. You can hear the train in the background. I love it. Caramel or caramel, caramel or caramel, caramel or caramel, 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 nope, caramel or caramel, caramel or caramel. says this and it drives me nuts. Milk. 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 It just, I don't get it. I far prefer milk. 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 Milk over milk. Milk or milk. 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 It's the same thing with egg. I cannot stand people who say egg. It's an egg. An egg. E. Not egg. Not egg. It's weird. Like E-H-G-G or something. Egg. Or milk. 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 Almond. Milk. Almond milk or almond milk. Almond milk or bleh. Almond milk. Almond milk, 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 coconut, milk, coconut, milk, coconut, milk, 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 coconut milk, or just regular old cow's milk, cow's milk. Okay, tell me if this is creepy. So, this was when I worked at Starbucks. I would ask people, like, if they were like, okay, what milk selection do you have? Like, what are your alternatives? I would say, like, okay, we've got oat, coconut, almond, soy. And then I would say, we also have just regular old cow's milk. Non-fat, 2% or 3. People at my store would say, saying cow's milk is creepy. Cow's milk, cow's milk, cow's milk. And I was like, no, it's cow's milk. Like, it's milk from a cow. Like, I don't know what else to say. And they'd be like, no, that's fucking creepy. And I was like, but it's milk. Like, it's cow's milk. Anyway, somebody tell me if that's creepy or not. Like, if you heard somebody in the drive-thru say, we have coconut milk, almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk. And we also have regular cow's milk. I don't know. To me, it made sense, but they would always make fun of me if I was on DTO. They'd be like what? I just thought that's like, I don't know. Cow's milk makes so much sense to me. Anyway, milk. I actually prefer soy milk. Soy milk at home. Starbucks soy milk isn't quite what I would like it to be. Starbucks oat milk, when it was the Earth's own barista version, I really liked that. Almond milk tasted like cardboard. Coconut milk was far too sweet for me. And then the soy was just kind of like, it's one of those things where like I know other people say it differently, but like bag is so in my brain, and so many people around me say that, where it's not like a super common dialectical difference. I think it's like a nationwide thing. Like bag. I feel like an idiot saying it, but like have only ever been familiar with bag, because the only thing I can think about is like bagel. Like I say bagel, B-A-Y, bagel, but some people say like bagel or bagel, not bagel, so like bag. And then I guess the way that I say bag, as in like a shopping bag, is like bagel for bagel. So do people say a bag? No, that's not right. Well, okay, I need somebody in the comments to tell me what the alternative pronunciation of bag is, because I know it's out there. I'm just not quite sure how to make it, how to say it. Like bag. But see, then earlier it sounded like I said bag. I don't know. It's weird. It's the only one that I was like, I have no clue what to say, and like looking it up really doesn't help, because I don't know how to pronounce like phonetic spellings, you know, like with the upside down E and all the different accents and things like that. I'm not too familiar with phonetic spelling, so I'm not quite sure even. I know like in choir there's the difference between like a tall and a flat vowel, but like other than that I'm not sure. So bag is how I say it. I need other people to tell me how you say it, and or how you have heard other people say it. Like bag versus bag, B-E-G, like B-E-H-G or something like that. Anyway, I'm rambling because Jenna Ann's next suggestion is absolute genius. Not that their other suggestions were not, but this one I love. It's oil, and I know that there are people out there who say oil, and then there are people out there who say oil. Like, could you get the cooking oil? Like, there's not much of a oil. Like, if you were to really break down what I'm saying, oil, there's like oil. But I think there is some people who just say like oil. Like you're digging for oil. We struck oil. Rather than we struck oil. And again, I'm probably not doing it justice, but I think that is again another southern United States thing, where instead of saying oil, slick, you'd say oil. It's cool, like how stuff like this happens. I'm making a fool of myself. If you live in any of the places that commonly says all of these ones that I'm not used to saying myself, I sincerely apologize. Because I'm not doing your dialect justice. I apologize for saying oil the wrong, but the alternative way I'm saying wrong. Like I'm saying the alternative way wrong. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Oil, rather than oil. vase, I guess. Vase or vase. I do think sometimes I say a vase or vase, but most of the time I say vase. Vase, vase, vase or vase. 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 Vase, vase or vase. Vase, vase, vase or vase. Vase, vase, vase or vase. Do you put your flowers in a vase or a vase? Vase, 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 or vase, vase, or vase, 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 personally, I say vase. Now there are a final few people who I must thank. These people are Sarah Marie and or Flower Child, Flower Child, Flower Child, Flower Child, Flower Child. You're coming up on 12 months. Darlin's Darlin, you're coming up on 12 months. Cosmo, you are coming up on 12 months. June Buggy is the closest to 12 months, of course. And then, of course, we have the wonderful Amy Martin, Emily Johnson, Minnie Roberts, you and Cosmic Lasagna, who are all at 6 months. We have Sydney, who is at 9 months. Then we've got Giovanna M, Giovanna or Giovanna. I've actually never asked you that before. Usually I say Giovanna M, who are both at 3 months. And then we have Carrie Field, who's at 2 months. And then finally, Lonica Brandt, our newest channel member, at 21 days. These people are my channel members.